Okay, now I give it back to me, whichever one I am. You guys love me because I'm not perfect, right? Yes. Woo, I did it. I'm gonna get a webcam so I don't have to do this, but the video on my computer, I just can't handle it. It looks so bad. I'm like, I gotta use my phone. It's like, can't handle the video on my computer. So anyways, you guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. So really tonight, I just wanted to kind of like get together, chat, brainstorm ideas. I've written down some ideas from a leader kind of chat they did yesterday, training mastermind. Here we go. So we're not here to complain about our current situation. We're just here to brainstorm ideas and just get creative. So anyone has something that's working really well for them right now, I would love to hear it. Anyone? Crystal, I know you have something that's been working well. I wrote that down.
I do. And I have to tell you, I watched that brainstorming session and I loved some of their ideas.
Did you watch the team training brainstorming session?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I did.
So maybe you got different things than I did because I didn't have time. Like I was like doing stuff. So I didn't really like, I kind of been writing down after the fact, but I didn't really like write it down at the time. So I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. So the thing that so first the training, the thing that I took away from the training yesterday, I talk with my hands and that's going to make the, I'm going to sit on them. It's going to make the camera go in and out of focus.
Oh, you're fine.
So the thing that I took away from the training yesterday was the, like, don't panic and just use what you have. Like, I know I've been scrambling to like get them what they want, right? Like if it's in my stash, I'm getting it for them, or I'm, trading with their other stylists and stuff like that. And I watched that yesterday and I just went, maybe I need to slow down a little bit because I feel like I'm scrambling every day. And they had some really great things to say about how to do that. Like, don't just say, obviously I'm not just saying no. It was like they had some really targeted messaging around that. But the thing that's working for me is doing a today spotlight.
Yeah.
So someone had posted the template in the like original graphics group, and it's just blank. It's got a little spotlight and it says today's spotlight. And I post a nail fee into the middle of it. And then the name of the set at the bottom.
So you got that template that you've been using.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a template they showed.
Okay.
And so I've been creating them out of ones that are in my stash. And I started with the ones where I had a bunch. Like I had a bunch of Tokyo lights and a bunch of, I don't remember what the next, Oslo and Steady and stuff like that. And so I posted those and I just offered them for $10. And I was like, hey, anybody want one? And I've had like 8 people want them over the last 3 days.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think it's just that visual, right? And they said that in the training last night, like posting pictures of the nail strips on people's hands are going to sell stuff right now. And that is 100% working in my group, showing them a set and then saying, hey, I have this one, you can have it now is really helping people that I thought, honestly, some of my VIPs that I thought were tapped out. Like this person's not going to buy for a year, have bought one every day. It's been crazy. So I was going to do that ABC thing. And then I saw this spotlight thing and I was like, well, I'll do this for a couple days because May has 31 days. I'll shoot a couple spotlights, see how it does. And they've been crazy for it. So I'm going to do the ABC thing in June and do this spotlight thing all month. I have plenty of options.
Nice.
So yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Like just selling what you have, I think is so great. And like you said, like showing pictures of what you have, like finding beautiful pictures of what you have. I love that. And I don't think she's not on this call, but Stephanie, I posted the video from Team Nailed It last week that lady talked about how she's doing these mystery bundle bags. And she did that. And I think she sold 7 like the first time she posted it. And with that, it's like, it's a mystery. So honestly, you can use any set you want, like whatever you want. Like you want to do them all bad romance, go for it, you know, like whatever's in stock, just like do it. So I thought that was a great idea, because then you're not worried about, oh, well, I don't have enough of this or that. Like, just, you can do whatever you want. I
I
love that
like that
idea.
idea, but my group doesn't like mystery. But one of the things they said on that brainstorming session last night was one of the ladies did like a noon sale or something like that, like 10 sets at noon. And she did all the same sets. And it was like, hey, only for this little amount of time can you get this one. And
Hmm.
she said a bunch of people bought it because it was that like limited amount of time feeling.
Right.
I really liked that too.
Yeah. That's awesome. Has anyone else been doing something that's working for them?
So on that you were just talking about, wouldn't you have to have multiple sets on hand? Or are you just talking right now when you can get on, order 10 of them and do it with that? Because I don't have multiples of everything.
That's what she said on the video last night. She was like, she used Himalayan salt as the example. She's like, go buy 10 and then do a
Which you
sale
can't
of
buy 10
Himalayan
now.
salt. I know, but you can't do that now.
How many can you buy now? Did they say?
2.
Yeah, did you just get the email? So you
Oh,
can only buy 2 at a time.
I
2
have
per
not read
set.
that
2
email.
of any color.
Yeah, which
Who
I think
knows?
is great.
Mhm.
I think so too.
It's
Because then
really
somebody
great.
else has a chance to get something.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm really glad they're making that limit. I think that's like, that for me has been like, that's the key right now, to like just creating some fairness for everyone. Another one that I saw that you could do kind of similar to this, well, kind of similar, is Kelly had shared it from someone else. She posted it and T nailed it today, where someone, which actually would work really well right now, because now we're going to know what's being restocked that day. So they're going to be sending out a text in the morning. I think they said like 10 o'clock or something. They're going to send out a text that tells us this is what's being restocked today, and it's going to be restocked at the same time every day. And so she had shared how she's been sharing, so then you'll know, okay, this is being restocked. And she's been sharing like, hey, I have a chance to grab some of these today, who wants them? And so you could say like, I can get up to 2 of, you know, and you could just talk about a few of them, say, who wants these? I can grab them today. And so that would be a great way to kind of pre-sell whatever you know is coming in stock. Order it. Hey, Amy. So I thought that was a great idea. I can grab those, the exact, like what she's doing. But I think she's been having a lot of success with that, just kind of letting her customers know what's going to be restocked, and then finding out who wants what's going to be restocked, and then grabbing those. And with now, like, you can be like, I can grab up to 2 of these, who wants these 2, which that also creates like that, like kind of scarcity, like, oh, I want that, you know, like people wanting that when it comes. So I thought that was a really great idea. Anyone else? Anything that's working for anyone? I mean, I'm doing the ABC thing right now, which obviously that takes having inventory. So if you don't have inventory, that wouldn't be great for you. I love another thing, which, you know, I already started this, that they mentioned in that leader training yesterday, was, why are we doing sales right now? Like, we should be charging full price for stuff. Everything's out of stock. And I was like, yeah, that's a really good point. She's like, everything's out of stock. Why are we doing sales? Like, you should just be selling stuff for full price. I'm like, that's true. But another thing with what I'm doing right now, one of my customers was like, I want this one and this one. And I was like, well, actually, I'm also out of this one, but I have this one instead. Do you want that? And it looks really good. I know she likes the glitter dipped, and she already has a bunch of glitter dipped. I'm like, it looks really good, but she wanted only in Vegas, but I sold all those. I only have the Midnight in Manhattan, which is black, you know. So I was just like, but I have Midnight in Manhattan, which looks really pretty with the glitter dip nails that I know you love. And she's like, okay. So it's also like giving people different options, you know, like if they want something, being like, I don't have that, but I have this. Like, I had a customer message me that just tried a sample last week. She's like, I want these ones. I'm like, well, I have 2 of those, but I have these, and these are similar. And she's like, okay. So she just went for something else because I offered her what I had or what was available. So I think too, kind of like what you were saying, Crystal, was like maybe make different options, like make a different offer if you have something else available. And obviously if someone's like, no, I really want that, then see if you can do trades or whatever. But if you can just give them a different option, like I have this one available, I have this one. I think most times people are like, okay, sure, that's fine.
And
So
pictures come in handy with that too.
yes.
Like,
yes.
oh, look, this looks really awesome too. It helps.
Yeah, totally. Pictures are finding beautiful nail feeds. I love how she talked about that last week. Like she said, I remember she said that in that one video, she's like, I've never had anyone in my group like buy, I can't remember what the color was or what the style was. Oh, Capitol Hill, which is funny because I have tons of customers that buy that one. But she's like, but I found this beautiful picture of Capitol Hill and everyone was wanting it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really fun. Anything else? What's
I'm doing the
working for
ABC.
people?
I'm doing the ABC thing.
Are ya?
But I don't have inventory. So I am
Uh-huh.
having them tell me what they want. And at the end of it, the ABC thing, I'll collect money and see how much I can get, and put my money with it if
Oh,
I have
awesome.
some.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Kind of like they let you kind of like an ABC like wish list, like they tell you what they want and then you can get those as they become available. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Also, so there's like the wish list, which a lot of people have been sharing about, like doing a wish list, which same thing with that. If someone has as a pre-order or a wish list, and then you can kind of see if you do have inventory, great. If you don't, but you can also get an idea of like what they like, first of all, and you can, if something that that's similar to what they like is coming in stock soon, you can let them know. If it's something that's not going to be in stock for a while, you can maybe suggest something different that's maybe coming back in stock sooner. So has anyone been using the wish list idea? I think you did, right, Jessica? How's that working for you?
I got one person. I don't know what to say to them to inspire them to fill it out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, could you just
I can't
say
remember
like,
what
I
I
want to
did say.
know, do you think people saw it? I mean, you could even just message it to people in your group. Be like,
True.
I'm
Okay.
trying to like get an idea of what you like. Because sometimes it's just a matter of people not seeing it or people seeing it and are like, oh, yeah, I'll do that later. And then they forget, So I
True.
think like messaging people, like sending it out to people like, hey, I'm trying to get an idea of what people want. Is there anything that you're really wanting right now? And just so I know what to look for in the future for you. And then it gives you a good idea of the kinds of pictures to post. Because if you know what people like, then you're like, then you can, cater to their style.
Right.
Can be very handy, right? Anyone else have some like ideas or thoughts or things that are working for them? Sherry, what are you doing right now?
I have inventory,
Recovering?
so I'm trying recovering. It's been crazy since I came back now. Anyway, I'm trying the ABC thing with inventory. So, but if someone is wanting something, I'm gonna do like pre-order or the wish list thing.
Nice. Yeah. Is anyone running any parties right now and using the wish list? Are you doing that, Crystal?
I have a party going right now. The hostess filled out the wish list. Nobody else. They've all just been sending me their lists in Messenger.
Okay. Well, whatever works,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so the party that I have running right now, it was a May the 4th party, is at like $450. But it's all stuff that I've had to fill. It's been wild.
Well, and that's the thing. Like sometimes I feel like it could even be better because of that. Because which is actually something, if you guys saw that I don't know what she's referring to exactly, but I don't know if you saw the video from CJ Summers today, but she talked about something, and I think this is something they always do, is just have their, like in their parties, they have their customers order through them. And she talks about how if you have your customers order through you, then you have more control over what your customer is ordering. Like if they're just like, oh, I just want to order this one set, you can be like, are you sure? Like, have you heard about our buy 3, get 1 free? Or the thing that's crazy to me is always when people buy 2, I'm like, really? You're buying 2 sets? Like, just get 1 more. So when you kind of have control over that, like with this, you know, in the situation we're in right now, like people are telling you what they want. And if they're just like saying to you, you're like, are you sure you don't just want 1 more? Like this one looks really good with this. You could find like a picture that shows how they look together, how they combine well with each other. You know, I think there's actually a lot of like good things that could come from that. Have you been able to see that at all, Crystal? Like,
Yeah,
be
I
able to
had one lady
suggest?
that wanted 6, and I was like, okay, 1 more, pick 2 more, and then you can get 2 buy 3, get 1 free deals. And she was like, what? And then she was one of the early birds, and so I was like, and you get another 1 free, because that was the early bird special. And she,
That's
like, it blew her
awesome.
mind. But one of the best things that I think is coming from that is that they are super loyal already. Like, because they know, I tell them,
Yeah.
like, okay, of these 4 or 5 or 8 you've asked for, I have 3. Do you want to pick something else, or do you want me to see if I can get them from somebody else? And just that, like, I'm going to put work in on their behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Super loyal
Yeah.
group of women from this party. It's awesome.
Which is awesome. Yeah, because you're creating that connection with them, you're building a relationship with them, which that's really cool, because otherwise it's like they just go to your website, order, and you're like, thanks, but it's harder to build that relationship. So that's really awesome. That's awesome, Crystal. That's a really great, like, I'm like, I have some hostesses and we were supposed to start this past week, and I was like, let's just hold off. But now I'm like, maybe we'll just start next week.
Yeah, I have to be honest, I'm not doing a party next week. I have a couple people that want to, and I was like, can we just do late May? Like, I'm exhausted. Can we
I'm
slow this down?
I know, and I kind of want to see though how this is going to work out, like how it's playing out with their new system, with what they're doing, and kind of see how things run now. I mean, thankfully, the website yesterday was like 100 times better than the day before, because that was horrible. But
Yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh, nothing froze. I just did my order and left. But it is a lot more work though, right? I mean, like right now it's more work doing it that way. But then, like you said, you're also creating loyal customers.
Yeah.
So, you know, pros and cons for sure. Anything else that's working, or things that people are like needing help with, or problems that people are having that they need some advice?
So it's my birthday month, and I want
Uh-huh.
ideas on what I can do to beg people to be nice to me.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I'm sure you guys have more ideas than I've found so far.
What did I do? I did like a kind of whole month birthday thing. I think I did like an inventory sale for my birthday month, and I did something where it was like they earned entries into something for like buy 3 get 1s. I can't remember what I did. But then I also did a really fun trivia night about me, which was super fun.
Okay, I can try that.
So I just had like questions about me, and they had to see, and they got extra points for getting them right. And it was a lot of fun. Like, I don't really like drawing that much attention to myself, but I was like, I'm just gonna do this, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And actually, sadly, the lady that won just passed away, which is super sad.
Maybe she had good nails. For,
She did. She did have
Sorry,
amazing
I'm
nails.
really morbid. Guys, sorry.
She was a beautiful soul.
Good.
But that's a fun idea, doing like a trivia. I thought it seemed like I had a good interaction with that. It was a lot of fun. I think Jamie's not here, but I know it's Jamie Boyack. It's her birthday this month too. You can ask her and see
I think
kind of
I
what
saw
she's
one
doing.
of her posts on that. I'll have to get in there and check it out again.
Yeah.
Nobody
Who
else
else
has
has
done
done?
birthday stuff?
My birthday's next month. So I'm collecting ideas now.
Oh, okay. So you're in the same boat, but mine's like, here, I gotta
Yeah.
do this.
I made when I started, like, and my birthday was like the next month, I kind of did like a kind of like a scavenger hunt for like everything that I love, if people found and
Ooh.
took a picture with it.
That's cool.
And
Ah,
they got
that's fun.
entered to put in for either drawings or deals or stuff like that.
So do a Nelfie with whatever item you put.
Yeah.
Like if you
because
love
I love
watermelon.
purple and I love dolphins, or I like, butterflies, or I would put I made like these graphics, and it had like through the whole month of October, like I said, dolphins, and plus it was around Halloween. I did find a scarecrow, or stuff like that, and then take the picture with it, and a lot of people kind of entered in that.
That's
You
awesome.
could do like Halloween, Jessica. Find
Halloween
pictures.
in May.
Halloween
That would get
all
their
year round.
attention. Yes. That would get their attention for sure.
I know you love Halloween.
I do. I even have a couple I'm saving to post, and maybe I'll use them for that. And
You
every
could
time
give away a
someone
Halloween
says,
set.
right. Well, every time someone says, I love kiss and spoil, or however you say that, I was like, yeah, it reminds me of the wallpaper in Haunted Mansion. So I'm saving a few of those for October. And they're like, good idea. So,
Really good idea.
That's my favorite set right now. But I might have to do that.
That's awesome. I think just make it fun, and I think sometimes I tend to like overthink things, and then it's like, ugh, just make it fun. Like,
Me too.
like sometimes like right now I uploaded pictures, like pretty pictures when I did my like with my ABC sale right now, but that's because more I'm doing albums. But a lot of times I literally grab the strips, take a picture, grab the strips, take a picture, and that goes just as well a lot of times as doing like fancy pictures in an album. Like literally sometimes I'm like, okay, let's do this, like, and I just post them, and then people, so I think, like sometimes if it's important to you, like make it nice, and then sometimes just do it, like just go for it.
I know. I was gonna ask everybody to have parties for me, but with all this going on now, I got scared to do it.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about it for a few months.
Just do it. Girl, don't get scared. Just do it. Like
You could,
people want
you could
to.
have them sign up. So like there's what, 7 more months after this? Tell them as a birthday present for you, you need 7 hostesses, 1 for every month. So then you're booked out for 1 each month for the rest of the year.
That would
That's
be cool.
a great idea.
They don't have to do it now, but just
Right.
sign up now.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a great idea.
Commit.
That's right. Pick a day.
A day, at least a month. Pick a month.
Right.
And I will hunt you down. So
I'm so unorganized, I would get lost in that whole thing. No, it's like the day before we're doing stuff. So
I love it. Hey Janelle, how's it going?
then you cut 2 of the same size.
Hi.
But we needed like this. So
We're just been chatting about ideas right now, and Jessica's been chatting about what to do for her birthday month. Ideas for birthday month.
Did Janelle get on?
Yeah, she just got on.
Good. What's your ideas, Janelle?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I am honestly struggling a little bit because right now I don't have much inventory. I ordered a bunch of nails, but they're, on their way still. So I'm honestly struggling a little bit to come up with ideas to sell what I have, what I'm gonna do for sure it's feature Fridays. So I've done that before and it works really good. So whenever I have two sets that look really good together and I can find a picture of them like worn together, I do a 2 for $22. So that's what I'm planning to do this Friday with the sets that I have on hand. I'm just gonna match them and do a 2 for $22s.
Nice.
But I think that's it for now until my other strips come here. When the strips come here, I think I'm gonna do a live sale. And the same, if they want two that kind of match together, I'll do a 2 for $22.
Nice. I like that. It's good to like sell two at the same time if you can, for sure. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Which you, and we talked about earlier, right? Crystal's been doing kind of like a spotlight every day, like spotlighting sets that she has every day, which I think is a great idea. And then one person, which doesn't work necessarily if you haven't been around for super long, but if you have like vintage sets, you have stuff that's been retired, you could kind of do like a special like vintage sale of any, retired sets or things like that. I have a few of those. Not gonna lie. I have like this little stash over here, and like,
Do it, and I'll buy a lot of them. So I can't lie either.
I don't have any Halloween ones though. Sorry.
That's okay. I rated a few other consultants for those.
I think we've talked about a lot of ideas, and I recorded this, so I'll share it in the group. But maybe real quick before we end, Janelle posted this, and maybe let's just talk about this really quick before we end. Janelle posted it in our team group today that she and I, and anyone else that's like, oh, I really want to help with this, we would love to have your help. But we're working on kind of setting up a launch party template for new stylists. We used to have one and Team Nailed It, but it's like super, super, super outdated. Like from like the beginning. It's crazy. So we wanted to kind of create something that makes it easy for new stylists when they come in to just be like, have some basic idea of how to like just run a launch party and not have to use their brain too much, because that's what I like when people tell me what to do. So if you have any ideas, you can share them right now on like stuff that worked well for your launch or stuff that you found works well. Like our big things that we talked about was we really want to focus on like doing some fun things, but we really want to focus on getting them sales, obviously, because it's their launch party, like focus on helping them reach their jump start and getting hostesses. So if anyone has like ideas on things that they feel like work or have worked well in parties for them, for that we would love.
Or I would ask like what, I would ask myself what kind of post I would have liked in my launch party. That's something that can help us brainstorm this too. Now that just came to mind. What do I regret not posting, that would have boosted myself or my hostesses.
Yeah, totally.
I think maybe putting the different kinds of nails on there, showing nail feeds of the different kinds of nails, and telling them because they need to have knowledge on them.
Because they have what?
They have to have their knowledge about them.
Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
product info.
They're not going in blind.
Anything else that?
Are you just looking for ideas for the launch party? Okay.
Or parties in general. I think like parties, but I think we want, which could generally be like a normal party, but we want it to be really focused on like helping this, like working to help this person launch their business. So I think a little more focused on obviously, you know, in a normal party, you want sales, but I think in a launch party, that's kind of an expectation, right? That you would come to someone's launch party to support them. I mean, I was thinking like a graphic of some sort that you could kind of show like how you're helping people like reach their jump start or something like that. What did you share to, oh, go ahead. Someone's gonna say something.
I was just gonna say that we could probably do like a visual representation of what our balance is on getting our jump start of $1,000. So to hit the jump start, you just need to buy 3, get 1 free order a day, pretty much.
Right.
So we could do, you know how they do in parties, like help our hostess reach her goal, and they have like a whatever, I don't know, how with the sales. We could do not necessarily like a cup to fill, but like 30, I don't know, hearts or 30 things that we could check off every time someone makes an order.
Right.
They can visually see where we're at, and they could visually say, oh, I helped her, you know, that's my order.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Kind of like people do like with like the foundation nails, something like that. Like people have those graphics that they make for the foundation nails and kind of show like how many you've sold to help like this foundation. I thought you shared some good things, Crystal, like something about like sharing kind of like why. Did you say that in the comments of that post?
Yeah, I did. I was actually trying to find my comments from earlier today. But just the story, right? Because their VIPs are, I mean, to start with, are really people who care about them, right? Friends,
right.
family. So sharing why they signed up, why they fell in love with Color Street. I forget what else. I wrote them down on that post.
Yeah, I'll go back and look at that too.
I was also going to add, so the person that I just signed up last month, she hosted a party with me and then signed up at the end of the party. And so I handed over the party group to her.
Yeah.
And so she had like 30 people in her VIP group to start with. And so it's people that kind of knew me already. And so as she went through her month, I would go in and post and be like, hey, Mel's almost to this goal. Let's see if we can get her there. And they would start ordering again. So I wonder if maybe just encouraging the person who signed them up to post those things too. So it's
yeah, that's a good idea.
It pulls them onto a team with that person, right? Like we can do this together.
Yeah. Right. I think that's a great idea. And that reminds me of even like when Jessica hosted a party for me this last summer, and she was like 1 order away. And I remember I was like, let's just try one more post. I'll just like post one last thing in there. And I was like, Jessica's only 1 order away from reaching her goal. And someone went and ordered, you know? So I think that's a great idea, is having the enroller, the sponsor, like go in there and kind of like, because I think sometimes like myself personally, like I have a hard time like, hey, I need a little help, but like coming from you, that means a lot. And then people are like, oh, I want to help her out, you know? I think that's a great idea. So having like the sponsor post about like her goals or whatever. That's awesome. I love that idea. Awesome. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up unless anyone has any last comments, questions, thoughts.
I did have a question. I have posted in my group, and just none of my VIP are interested in hosting. I mean, I even thought about doing the host to post. I'm not comfortable doing that yet. I need to find the Team Nailed It group and look at those. But is there anything that anyone's like saying in their VIP that's catching people to do parties? I don't know.
People hardly ever like say they want to host from my VIP group, like rarely. So I usually just have to reach out to people and ask them personally. Like
I was gonna say that.
occasionally, like randomly, people be like, "Oh, I want to host," but hardly ever from my VIP group.
So
Yeah,
what kind of
personal
stuff would you
messages.
message them and like, what do you guys say? Because I guess I'm not. I mean, I've personally messaged a few, and they're just like, "No, not right now. I'm not interested." You're gonna
So I've said in the past, I struggled with this a lot, and Stacy knows this because I would be like, "Help me with my."
I'm like, try this.
But what kind of has been working for me is just being super straightforward, not too wordy, not too spammy. Just say, "Hey, I got a free set of nails for you here. Do you want to?" I don't say host a party. I don't like. Sometimes I don't think it's super effective to tell them you want to host a party. I just say, "I have a free set of nails here for you. Do you want to share my nail strips with your friends?" or something like that. Super straightforward, super short of verbiage. And I don't use words like party because sometimes people kind of run away from those from experience. So
Okay.
That's a great idea. And Crystal, I know Janelle's planning on doing some of the host to post, and Crystal, you've done a few of those, and I did one, and it was not that great. But I know Crystal did a few, and she had so success.
I did 4. 2 were a total flop, and then 2 did pretty good. And one of them took it to like a full party because everybody was just kind of interested and wanted to know more. But they are intense, and it's like you got to be involved.
Oh, the host to post
and
parties.
I don't think I'll do them again for a while. It was so much pressure to be like attached to that, and I got a lot of stuff going on during the day. So
yeah.
No.
I think it just kind of depends on you, and I can't remember. I know Kelly said something about that right now. It's like the out of stocks and how someone's dealing with that, and I do not recall what she said about like with the host to post, because that's also I'm like, ugh, with the host to post, you're like, go order from the website.
But are you guys doing it?
I guess you would just have to work it differently.
Are you doing them all at the same time? Because, for example, I had my 10 ladies say, "I want to do it." I'm not going to do them at the same time. Are you guys doing, for example, you, Crystal, did you do the 4 of them at the same time?
2 of them ended up at the same time. And one did really well and one didn't. And there was no reason why. Like, it had nothing to do with me. But they were all just, all of them are really intense, even if you do them one at a time. Super intense.
Mine didn't feel super intense, but no one was really commenting, so maybe that's why. She tagged a bunch of people, like she did everything I asked her to, but no one, like hardly anyone commented it. I felt kind of bad, but I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes,
I felt bad for the ones that flopped for me too. Like I was like, oh, none of your friends cared.
I know, that's hard. Awesome. So Amy, I would just try that, like try, some different verbiage or just message, like personal messages is the way to go. Like you can post about it, but some people are different. Like some people are party people, other people aren't. Like some people like just need you to reach out to them personally. I'm definitely that kind of person. Like I would probably rarely be like, yeah, I want to host. But if someone reached out to me, I might do it. So, but I'm gonna finish this off, and thanks so much to everyone for coming and sharing your ideas. And I just think this month's just gonna keep getting better. I'm excited for the new changes that Color Shade's implementing. I think it's gonna make it a little bit less stressful every day. Not feeling like we're having a new launch every single day. So thanks so much. I love you guys. Thanks for being here, and have a great night. See ya.
Bye. Thanks, Stacey.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye, ladies.